Mike, you sound like distant, like it's the wrong mic or something.
Hmm.
This is the right mic.
Please hold.
Microphone. Standing by.
Oh, hang on.
We are live.
Means nothing.
It means nothing.
Find a-
How about now?
Oh
There we
yeah.
go.
Saucy.
There's that smooth
Oh, my
baritone we're
favorite
used
thing.
to.
I've fixed everything except I can't hear you.
Oh, great.
Super.
Please hold while we experience technical difficulties.
That's fine.
Why
The
do I have?
difficulty is I'm being technically difficult.
I don't know why I have Pamela Anderson in my notes. Did we discuss her for some reason?
I
No?
can't think that that
Oh,
came
wait,
up on our...
no.
Wait, what?
Did we bring up barbed wire, I think?
That may have been it.
I think we brought up barbed wire.
That's what it was.
I think that was one of the movies you guys were talking about that I hadn't seen. But I did manage...
I really want
I did manage to wear
really
a
want
shirt.
to say you were absolutely missing out.
Yeah, sure.
Mm.
I did manage to get a shirt that's almost the exact color of the borders in the overlay. So I've done.
Well, that's just cheating because you're in control of the overlay. Like, that's not fair.
I didn't mean to. It's a couple of shades off, but there's a bit more red in the borders, but you know, it's okay, I guess. It's not like I'm blending in or anything. I did, and this may be relevant to you guys. I did find, well, my wife got for me for Christmas, fresh tees, these extra large, like tall t-shirts, and they're fantastic. They're absolutely great. Like I can sit down, and I don't have to, kind of pull it down in the back, or you can kind of pick something up from a low surface. I don't have to worry about, the plumber's problem in the back there.
Primers clack.
Yeah. Well, I still have to
You
worry
need
about
those
it a little bit.
the t-shirt suspenders that attach to the bottom of your t-shirt and then wrap around your leg. Hold your t-shirt down.
Reverse garters.
So hot.
Hmm.
Telling you, man, those are making a comeback.
I don't want to think about it. I just don't.
I was just telling Jamie when he logged on that this may be the very first time I've spoken today. It's kind of nice. Literally hadn't talked to anybody all day.
It's nice to be speaking, or it's nice to not have been speaking all day.
It was nice to have not been speaking all day.
Mm.
I think I laughed a couple of times because I've been watching a little bit of Friends, but besides that,
I was reading somewhere.
How many
that
hours of Friends did you need to watch to get a couple of laughs?
usually about one or two good ones per show. Actually, I really,
Okay.
yeah, I loved that show when it was first out. And I'll go, like some of the jokes are pretty dated, but some of it's just the pure like the timing or the reactions. That's usually what gets me.
I never watched Friends.
No,
me neither. I've seen a bunch of clips, here and there, since the advent of YouTube, but I never really sat down and watched it.
the first season, really the first two seasons are really what I consider dated. Like just some of the humor, especially when you're streaming it and you're kind of watching 3 or 4 or 5, 6 episodes at a time.
Mhm.
They use a lot of repetitive type of humor with each of the characters, maybe trying to establish the characters. I'm not sure. But about third season, they start to get like advanced humor. I don't know. It's not just like, laugh track humor, which they use a laugh track, but I don't know. It's just different. It's like they've figured things out and the actors are getting their sway and all that stuff.
Yeah. Have you?
I'm in season 5 now.
Where were you this morning?
Mhm.
Where were you this morning?
I was here. I didn't work today.
I mean, on what season were you on this morning?
Oh, 5.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm not watching that much, but writing my ass off is what I've been doing.
Yeah.
So then, important question, and given that Heath and Jamie were not big Friends fans from the sound of things,
Mhm.
which friend are you, Matt?
Which friend am I?
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably. Well, the Myers Briggs, I'm probably closest to Chandler because he's
Yeah,
listed as
that's
an example.
For which type?
ENTP.
ENTP.
Hey, me too.
You're ENTP.
Mm-hmm.
We're supposed to be rare. Apparently not. That's half. 50% is
It's
not rare.
It's funny
We have a
because
selection bias here.
my first job in the IT industry was in a marketing agency, and we did a Myers-Briggs test, and the office had exactly 2 types. It was ENTP, which was all the IT stuff, and INSJ. Is that the way it works?
Something
I
like
think
that.
that's right. Oh. And that was all of the creative side. But it was like we took the test and then looked at the result and went, huh, maybe we should be using this in our hiring practices when we add somebody to the team.
Yeah, no
Yes.
kidding.
How do you score on this test? I'm ENTJ. We're a little
Okay.
one letter off.
Yeah, one of yours examples was Darth Vader.
Yeah, that's right.
The last time I've kind of swapped back and forth, but ISTJ is what I used to target as, but I've taken it a couple of times recently at my wife's behest, and it's ISFJ. and I
Please check your personality, sir.
It's
Well,
drifted.
it started coming up in a group of friends. So like she was like, you need to recheck, because she's like, I'm ISTJ. I was like, I'm a very, right down the middle ISTJ. She's like, no, you've changed. So I was like, okay, let me check it again, and I ISFJ a couple of times.
Yeah, I mean, you should take those if you're curious about it, like not for any particular reason, but your personality does change over time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Not drastically. You won't just like flip everything unless you have like a stroke.
Hey, Cowart, most important question: which friend are you? Matt says he's a Chandler. I think I'm a Joey, but I'm actually a Chandler.
What are the defining characteristics of a Chandler?
Smart ass,
Neurotic.
neurotic. Yeah.
Which one is Chandler? Is he the one that was in the guy that was in the whole 9 yards, the dentist?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Bad bosses.
I mean,
No.
that-
Was it? No. It wasn't in that. That was Jennifer Aniston.
That character was effectively Chandler as well.
Was it? Okay.
For the whole 9 yards, that was a good movie.
It's hilarious.
It was great.
It was hilarious. Like I don't remember if we knew anything about that movie other than someone said, you need to watch this, it's funny. And the very beginning where he just beep 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 beep.
Oh.
Just
Oh.
died laughing.
Yeah, where he's just like slamming the car and as he's driving it stops and does it again.
It's
Oh
just-
yeah, I forgot all of that. I was thinking the football movie.
Hold on.
When they're in
That,
jail.
that I think that gag originates with Ferris Bueller's Day Off, right? Because Cameron Fry does it when he gets in the car. He gets out and he throws the keys away, and then he walks off frame, and then he walks back, picks up the keys, and gets back in the car and drives off.
That's a
Keep
great
calling
movie too.
me. He'll keep calling me. I'll just go. I'll go. I'll go. So good.
Oh man. The football one is
The longest
the
yard.
longest yard.
Okay.
Yeah, the whole 9 yards.
Because it's a double play on football and like jail yard.
Is that the one with Adam Sandler?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I haven't seen
And then you got the replacements, which is
Yeah.
all the football players going on strike, and you got Keanu Reeves playing Keanu Reeves as a football player.
Yeah, and what's his name? Right, Janae Hackman.
Janae Hackman.
He was the
Sorry,
coach,
that's-
right?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a holdover from Get Shorty, which had Gene Hackman and Renee Russo. And I'm like, no, you have to pick one side or the other. It's either Janae Hackman or Reen Russo.
That's great.
I tell you, think about the movie. I still think that the soccer player punt or the kicker
Yeah.
is my favorite character because he's out on the field and he's like flicks a cigarette and then kicks a 90-yard field goal or something crazy like that. You know, it's just hilarious.
I actually watched that within the last 3 months. I don't remember why I had a wild hair to find that and watch it.
I always got a kick out of the fact that they just had a bunch of strippers as their
Cheerleaders.
and they'd try to just distract the other team completely. That's a fun movie. I like that.
It's a classic or something.
It's a keeper. So have y'all been?
Cowards of Chandler as well. I think we could.
Oh, it has Burt Reynolds. You're right. I forgot about that.
Wait, which one has Burt Reynolds?
The Longest Yard, right?
Oh, the football one.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Cannonball Run.
It was in that too.
I did
so
watch
funny.
that one, Mike. When you brought that up the first time, I did go and find and watch that one. That one's good.
It didn't age fantastically,
No,
but it's still fun.
No, it didn't. But it's got Jackie
Whenever
Chan in it.
Whenever I think of Burt Reynolds, I think of Jeopardy with Burt Reynolds.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Just in there shooting his gun. Yeah, that's right.
Turd Ferguson.
Turd Ferguson.
That's a funny hat. Big in a regular hat.
And then I don't even know who the guy is who always played Sean Connery. Is he a regular on the show? I don't even know, but
Yeah.
man,
So good.
Sean Connery episodes are always the best.
What's the difference between you and a mallet with a cold?
Don't-
I'm not going to finish that joke.
Your mother's a whore. Not a fan of the ladies, eh, Trebek? Oh my God,
Yes,
I could
so
do
good.
that all day.
All day.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
Yes.
I
So
know
good.
bum
Yep.
cover. I created the anal bum cover.
I think we've done this before on this podcast.
Oh, you probably have to have. I'm sure it
Seems
comes up
likely.
every 6 months or so. So that means we can keep doing it
it's fine.
because it's regular, it's expected.
So, speaking of weird things,
Oh boy,
Yes.
have y'all ever watched the show? It's relatively recent, and I'm not
That's
sure
the show?
I'm not sure who produces it. Raised by Wolves.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Never heard of
It's Ridley Scott's little sci-fi flick.
Yeah.
TV show.
So I only watched the first episode of season 1 because I think at the time it was the only one that was available. But I think the end of season 2 just finished.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I don't have access to it, so I watched some reviews of it on YouTube. That's an effed up series.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, it is. It is different.
It's good. You know, there was this weird phenomenon when Glee came out where they would, like a normal sitcom would say, this person is pregnant, and then they would spend the next 4 years exploring that concept before they had the baby. And then Glee came out and it was like, this person is pregnant. And 5 minutes later in the episode, they're having the baby. And then it's like something else. And like Glee just packed everything into one episode and then moved on to the next one. Raised by Wolves is the same. Like every 40-minute episode
Mhm.
is the equivalent of like a season. Like
Yikes.
so much happens.
Yeah,
And it just continues at this breakneck pace.
and it's also
but one of the guys,
Go ahead.
I was going to say, the guy that plays Father on Raised by Wolves is in the Haunted City Glass Cannon Network show at the moment. They're playing Band of Blades.
Oh really?
Abakar Salim, I think that's
Yeah.
it. Abu. And he's awesome.
Yeah.
Like,
That show is also like extremely high sci-fi, like extremely, high fantasy, high fi. Like it's way distant in the future. It's super high tech. I dig it. Like it's weird. It's so weird, but I kind of like it.
Well, it's I think it's kind of Dune weird, but like
yeah,
one jump the shark more.
Yeah.
You know, it's just kind of like I said, I've only seen the first episode, and then I watched a summary of the seasons of the story that's going on, and I'm like, I can get behind, the androids and all this kind of stuff, but then they bring in religious voodoo. And I'm
Mhm.
like, okay, well, all
Well,
right.
that's the
So
backdrop for the whole thing.
I know
Lots of
exactly.
religious iconography.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, exactly. But then it is almost fantasy in a sci-fi setting. It's just really kind of whack. But Frank Herbert's Dune was almost that too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's kind of
Especially if you get past the first book, it gets way
gets
out
weird.
there.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
It's great.
super out there. Yeah.
I've never
And
even
it's
heard of it.
also the books are also like millennia of time, like
Mhm.
tens of thousands of years pass by each book, it seems like. Yeah, they're good. I mean, it's weird, but they're good.
I think I'm enjoying it. I probably draw the line at saying it's good. So I think it will depend on how it lands, because it just is the mystery box that just keeps unfolding and unfolding and unfolding, and I have no idea where it's going. And if it lands well, it will be amazing. But in the meantime, it's just kind of muddled and confused, and like it feels like they introduce a new plot thread and then they just don't revisit that thing. So there's a lot of weird
Sounds like the
non
Wheel of Time.
sequiturs, and yeah, it's odd.
I mean, for
If you wanna-
what I've understood about the plot, I'm just ready to just sort of commit genocide, kill all humans, and let the androids just kind of go off and do their own thing.
Yeah, they
Coward
are
is
some of the most
asking if
human characters on the show.
Coward is asking if Raised by Wolves is also a book, or was that just Dune?
I don't think Raised by Wolves was a book series or anything.
I don't think so
Just
either.
Dune.
No, I think it's just Dune.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think Ridley Scott just had a bunch of ideas and put them in a blender and click chop and then
Yeah.
puree.
Yeah,
I
I think if you want a great sci-fi show that's on at the moment, I think Severance is amazing on Apple TV.
Severance.
With the concept there is that they do an operation. They insert a device in your brain so that when you're at work you can't remember your home life, and when you're at home you can't remember your work life.
Oh.
And it's a neat concept, but the performances are amazing in it. It has one of my favorite on-screen romances this year is surprisingly Christopher Walken and John Turturro,
Huh?
Oh.
which
Huh.
is weird, but
Enough said.
they pull it off.
It's Christopher Walken.
It's a fantastic show.
John.
Fantastic
Who's
show.
John Turturro? Oh, that guy. That
isn't
guy.
that Jesus from the bowler named Jesus from Great Lebowski?
Big,
So I'm
yeah, Big
thinking
of-
Lebowski.
Yeah, Big Lebowski.
Yep.
He's also the guy
Yeah.
from the Transformers movies.
Why?
Yes, he was recently in The Batman.
Yes, I remember he's in The Batman, the not detective Batman.
Wasn't he also like the very sneaky? I'm very sneaky, sir.
Not
The-
biting.
The oh shoot, the butler from that Adam Sandler movie. With like, I'm very sneaky, sir.
Oh, was
You
that
know,
him?
Like,
Billy
just-
Madison.
is that not him? I'm not sure. I want to say it's him.
Oh, that sounds like it should be him if it's not him,
Casting missed the
Billy
spot.
Madison.
right?
And then Oh Brother Where Art Thou? He was in that, wasn't he?
I don't know. It's been a long time since I've seen that one.
That's a great movie. My hair. Yeah, he just wake up, grab his hair. So I think we're playing D&D, right?
Yeah, I think we need to speak
Fine.
of brothers, help a brother out before Frazan bleeds out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we did miss last week. Just unavoidable. Had people doing live living stuff. But 2 weeks ago when we last played, we had to talk about it earlier to remember what happened. You guys had just finished the fight with Triel. And you had captured one of the guys, and he like easily, told you, and he showed you around. Didn't he show you some secret spots?
Yep.
I think he showed you a secret
He
door.
led us to Triel.
Oh, that's
He
right.
led us to a very important trap, and then didn't tell us about it.
Um,
Yeah.
Stupid Pyrus.
Yeah, we fell right
Pyrus.
into it. Yep.
That's right. You found him first, and then that was during the fight with the 6. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm caught up. But yeah, Farazan got trapped in the doorway. Khaldun did his guerrilla style tactics, and Tarathiel walked on the ceiling some more. But you fought and beat Triel, and I think we just literally left right there because it was a little over 2 hours at that point when we had to finish combat. So, Farazan, I don't think you lost consciousness, did you?
No, I don't think
Okay.
so. I think he would have if I hadn't used every single thing to keep him alive.
Yeah, because you're sitting there and basically like this blender that doesn't really
Iron
move,
Maiden.
and you're moving and causing it to do little damage to you when you're attacking.
The door opens and a Goliath pushes through, covered in razor wire, gets jammed in the door, and still mashes everyone.
Yes.
Yes.
I
He's
mean, you
just like reaching through the door.
through
Yeah,
everything except for the
I'm waiting
kitchen
for
sink.
him to reach over and pull a brick out of the wall and just hurl it. You know, it's like anything that can be thrown is going to be thrown.
Yeah,
Well,
Throwing a boot.
he emptied out the haversack, so now he's going to throw the haversack next
yeah.
and start using harsh language. But yeah, and she was healing herself
Mhm.
every round. All she could do was heal herself to stay up, and you threw everything you had.
Full court press.
Yeah,
Just consuming our loot.
yeah, right. So yeah, Farazan, you're stuck, and as long as you don't do anything truly active, like you can move a little bit, you can try to break free, but it was those combat actions. You know, you're not really paying attention to the blades and the barbs. So just standing there, you're not taking damage, and you can attempt to get out of the trap carefully, and so you're not going to continuously take damage while you're in there. It was just when you were taking actions.
Okay. He
And then you've got
scratches his nose.
yeah, don't scratch too hard or you'll bleed. Khaldun's out in the hallway with Pazel and Tarathiel's on the inside. And if I'm not mistaken, everybody else is dead.
Well, those three are still
I think they're asleep.
enraptured.
Yes,
Oh, that's right,
and
with the
I just
swirling
found my
colours.
notes. 2, 3, and 4. Yeah, they're still derped, and that's what the red box is. That's your
Mm-hmm. My disco ball.
scintillating spells.
What was it? Prismatic something?
Spray.
You would ask me what the name of the spell is. It
was
is
awesome.
Scintillating
so-
colors or
hypnotic pattern.
Hypnotic pattern.
hypnotic pattern.
Yeah, that was fantastic. Wonderfully
So-
done.
We're going to pick up still kind of in combat. Well, not kind of. We're going to pick up in combat rounds because these guys are only going to be hypnotized for about 3 more rounds,
Mhm.
right? It was just a 1-minute casting spell.
Right.
Is that right, Heath? It lasts a minute?
Yeah, last a minute.
Okay. Because we were on round 7 of that combat. And it was one of the first spells you cast. So you've got 3 or 4 rounds tops before the spell wears off. Farazan's stuck in the trap. Tarathiel's on the inside, but Khaldun, you're on the outside of the room. And it was Farazan that had gone last because you took her out. So we'll just start right back up. Round 8, Tarathiel, it's your turn.
So I guess the last active combatant falls, and Tarathiel will wave a hand in front of this guy's face.
Just
If
Google
I try and tie this guy up, is he gonna stab me?
Let me look. That's a good question.
Check the recipes.
Hold on.
It'll break the hypnotic pattern for that person if they take any damage, or if you use an action to shake the creature out of its stupor. So as long as you don't shake it out of its stupor, he should stay
Yeah, that'd be fine. Because
stupered.
his hands are down by his side. You just take him up and tie him up. Yeah, no problem. It'll take you an action per person.
Yeah, that's all right. So I will spend an action tying up this guy in the corner.
Give me a sleight of hand.
Easy there, buddy.
Okay.
16.
That's pretty good. Anything else this round?
No, that'll do me.
All right. They're all derped. Khaldun?
I'm going to go over and help Farzan to get him out of this cage.
Okay.
So he'll
So
have
you're-
advantage on his
Giving
turn.
him advantage?
Yep.
Okay.
Khaldun casts
Alright.
crowbar.
I got one in my backpack. I don't
That
think it
gives you
feel very
advantage.
good though.
Yeah, I don't know if it helped too much on this kind of trap.
Maybe can opener.
We need tin snips as well. We need.
10 steps.
Is
I
Pazzo
have a
gonna do anything?
blowtorch. Ooh, I got a blowtorch.
Yeah,
no,
you
no,
got
no.
a
Hot,
blowtorch.
hot.
Bust out the hot rod.
You two have a blowtorch.
Sounds like.
I mean,
Sorry,
it,
the only-
it depends on how conductive the metal
Yeah,
is.
right.
but, it'll be okay.
We keep it cool, but the only liquid we have is pee.
No, I have a geyser.
Oh, that's right. Well, kind of hard to do the blowtorch and the geyser.
I don't,
Steam.
You might lose
I could bake
concentration.
Farzan.
I don't like it.
Is Pazel going to do anything different?
I am going to send her to the into the hallway there just to keep an eye out.
All right. Fair's on.
Okay.
It's your turn.
All right. With help, I've got advantage on my strength check or save.
It is a grapple, so you can use your
Athletics.
athletics with advantage.
That's excellent. All right. I will roll that for 22.
22. You pull the trap open, and it basically resets. You send it back to where it was originally before you set the trap off. So it moves like a C, right?
Mhm.
So it comes around you, and wraps all the way around you. So you unbind it, you untwine it. You're
like
no
one of those-
longer trapped.
It's like one of those blinds, right? When you pull it down at just the right angle and then let go, it just rolls back up.
Well, it's like a revolving door trap. Like, these doors do kind of revolve, but as you went in, you were just surrounded by just this claw, this bladed claw that kind of wrapped around your body. But it is gone now. You are free from the trap.
Okay, but it's like the opening of it's like a bear trap. So I've just reset it into the walls, right? I mean, it's
Yes.
not, okay. Is there a way to take a look at this thing to kind of jam it open or disable it?
Give me an investigation.
Do I have to? Okay, 12.
You can always
Well-
just choose to fail.
You don't see anything helpful, I guess is the best way to put it.
I have,
You
I have
see-
a passive investigation of 17.
Holy crap!
Passive of 17. Gibbity. Okay, yeah, you see the switch. It's somewhat hidden in the wall that you're actually standing beside, so that works very well. You see a small switch that you can push in, and if you choose to do so, you hear it click. You hear a click in the trap.
Okay. Well, I let Farzan know that. It's right there.
Thank you, Khaldun. And he'll reach down and press the button. And before he walks through that door, he's gonna take the staff and kind of do one of these numbers to try to just to make sure.
So, did y'all hit the button twice?
No.
Just once. Okay.
No, I
Alright.
just pointed
Just
it out.
checking. Okay. Yeah, so you hit the button and you hear the click, and you assume that this is locked the trap.
And Farazan will step through, and I don't know how many actions we've done here, but he'll help with
Yeah.
tying up if that's still possible. Otherwise, he's going to start picking up javelins and axes and and daggers and all the other things he started throwing.
Just
you
go
won't-
and stand next to this guy and hold your stick up to his head, and if he moves, just bang.
So you can't really help Tarathiel this round, but you can get inside and you can move anywhere in the room.
Okay.
It's 30 by 30, so you've anywhere that you want.
Okay. He will stand in the middle and like Tarathiel says, keep an eye on them. If they do move, whack a nugget.
Brain them.
Yeah.
All right, Tarathiel.
Has anybody got more rope? Because otherwise I got to tie these guys together. Or cut my rope. I don't really want to do that.
I can put it back together.
Sounds good.
Are we planning on leaving
So-
them here, or are we taking them with us? Or just making sure they
good
don't
question.
follow us?
I'm making sure they don't kill me when they wake up just at the minute,
Fair enough.
so we can have a discussion afterwards.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so Tarathiel will cut the rope and then move on to the next one.
You can cut your rope and start tying the other one. So go ahead and give me another sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand.
Can brain knives cut rope?
I have a regular knife.
It's got a magical dagger.
I do. I have a
You
I have a
poison the
dagger
rope.
that I can milk poison out of it.
That would be immensely frustrating. You can blow people's heads up with psychic knives, but you can't cut butter.
Passes
just like
right through it just passes.
Yeah, you're like sneak attacking the butter, and it just will not cut.
it's the Stormlight Archive, right? The Stormblades, they cut through people, but they don't really cut through anything else.
It flips you off in butter.
Hmm.
All right, Tarathiel, anything else?
Nope, that'll do.
Khaldun.
I want to tie these guys up, and I guess I'm establishing that Tarathiel is not the kind to stab someone in the brain when they're stunned.
That's unfortunate.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I think I'm trying to remember, does Tarathiel know that Pyrus is dead? I'm trying to remember if it was outside the room when that happened, or if I'd already gone in.
You were. I don't know.
Say,
I don't know.
I want to say you're the one that killed him.
No, I think
No,
that
it was for Zahn.
Yeah, he ran
No.
past.
Oh, was it? Oh, that's right. That's right. Not sure. Probably not.
He's going to be disappointed.
That he's dead.
Well, yeah, I think so.
You are actively disappointed.
Roll for
As my bonus action, I'd like to be disappointed.
Yeah, that's my emote / disappointed.
I'll give it to you as a free action.
Okay.
I'm a benevolent.
And
genie.
In that case, I dash, but I don't move any further.
You're just dashing. All right,
Yes.
Khaldun. One more round, and these guys are gonna wake up.
Now we're playing checkers. I tie up this guy in the lower right corner.
Okay, give me a sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand. Let's see. Boom.
Okay. Anything else?
That
Khaldun?
is a natural 1 for a total of 3.
All right.
I think I know that since it's lying on the ground that it was terrible.
Yeah, you tied a slip knot in the wrong way.
I probably tied my arm to my arm. I think this is wrong.
Is this right?
All right.
I got him.
I
Okay.
mean, he might not fight us anyway, given this. Like, he's been in a trance for a minute, and then when he comes out of it,
Yeah.
the boss is dead. All of his friends are defeated.
Right. I just stood there looking at the pretty colors. Will you look and
Mhm.
see if they have any memory of when they were hypnotized?
Oh yeah, I wonder.
Yes.
Yeah, if
Is Pazel gonna move?
No, she's gonna hang right there. It says they are charmed, incapacitated, and have a speed of 0. Doesn't say anything about affecting their memories.
So I'm
like a
going to say
GM
that
call.
they are aware of it then, because it doesn't say anything just otherwise.
Nope.
Because you can be incapacitated and see and hear things. You can
Sure.
be charmed and you can be. Yeah. So they're aware. They just couldn't do anything about it.
Uh-huh. They're watching us in horror.
Yep.
As they get rolled.
Yes. Farazan, it's your turn. You see Khaldun. It is obviously better with a anvil than with rope.
Yes.
Who will walk over to that guy, pick the rope up off the floor, and tie him up.
Give me a sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand. Sleight of hand. Oh, this should be.
Khaldun tied the guy's wrist to his elbow, but on the same hand, like on the same arm.
Yes.
Yeah. That's it is measurably better than a 3,
Yes,
but only
it is.
barely.
5 is greater than 3.
Yes.
That level of score, it is obvious this is not going to work. You didn't drop the rope, but it's so you just like wrapped his hand with rope and didn't tie anything. It's just loosely around his hands.
Son looks at the rope and like it's he's not gonna stay. It's like, Khaldun, I think you have defective rope.
So what happens when you cast grease spell so often? I think it's affected the rope.
Permanently
Yeah.
greasy rope. It's
Your
the
rope.
butter's revenge.
It's the butter's rope.
This is the worst rope ever. It's like it's magician's rope, and you bought it. You went to the wrong store.
Yep.
And you picked up the
Trick rope.
magician's
That,
rope.
that's
Butter's rope.
exactly what's
Trick
going
rope.
on.
Trick rope. Yeah. So, all right.
All right, Tarathiel.
Can
Show
you
'em how it's done
do
if you
this
like.
for us, please?
Can you
I'll
show
have
us how to tie a knot?
I've only got 8 fingers though, so this is difficult. I can. 19.
19. All right. And it just so
Right
happens,
over left, left
right
over right.
as you're finishing your knot, a very nice secure knot, they all 3 come to the senses because it's the next round. So now we're out of combat. Just want to make sure you got these guys tied up before the spell wore off. But they do, and they all 3 obviously at the same time wake up, and they don't say a word. They do not fight, and they're just standing there looking at the 3 of you.
See, the rabbit comes around the warren before going into the hole.
I point at the far corner on the opposite side of Triel. It's like that corner over there. Go stand.
And they move.
No, down. I point down next to the pool. Down.
Oh, I was thinking opposite, like complete.
Probably
Yes.
probably not
Okay.
next to the door. Don't worry,
Yes,
we won't hurt
like
you. Just
that.
ask Pyrus.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they all 3 move down there, kind of huddle together, and just look at you 3. Somewhat scared, but also a little defiant. But they are being completely cooperative.
Okay.
Could you hit us with the flavor text and description of the room again?
Sure. This large room is elegantly appointed. That's right. I remember reading that. And if anything, even more humid and cloying than the other chambers. The reason is probably the large pool of water bubbling in the southern end of the room. A hammock swings to the west of the pool above a large chest, and the northern portion of the room seems to have been converted into a small combat training ground, complete with thick mats and combat dummies, which did not come into play during combat.
They're in the corner right now.
Yeah, the 3
There's
combat
plenty of
combat
plenty
dummies.
of combat dummies.
Non-combat dummies.
I think we are the combat dummies.
Tarathiel, if you'll
Right.
give me just a minute, I can cast Detect Magic, and we'll see if there's anything bad going on here.
So that
that's-
chest is open. It is not closed.
What's in it?
It's empty.
Or is it?
Yeah, exactly.
Invisible treasure.
All right, I will dig about on Trail's person and see what I can find. Well,
All right. Well,
I'm
first of-
assuming usually corpses aren't trapped if you freshly killed them. I think.
Well, there's a neat
Oh.
ability you can get in Fallout 76. When you die, you drop a grenade and blow up around you. So that's kind of cool. Could be that. So, first and foremost, Triel is wearing a a set of full plate armor that is spiked.
Woohoo!
She's
Spiked?
carrying a heavy flail, a metal shield. On her person, she has 3 potions, 2 scrolls. She's wearing a silver holy symbol, and she also has a wand, as well as a pouch of coins, and a key ring. Let's see. I can give you the potions right now. I keep forgetting. You guys can just taste them in this edition. So, 2 of the potions are the basic cure wounds. One is the 8d4 plus 8 healing
Ooh,
potion.
Oh, dang.
That's almost enough
Uh,
to bring Farazan back.
Hush.
I don't believe any of y'all are cast. You can't tell what the scrolls are. They're not spells you recognize. Khaldun.
Okay.
And-
Probably divine, given that she's carrying a holy symbol.
That is a very, very safe assumption. The holy symbol looks like one of the third. Remember the holy symbol you got off of Tongue Eater was a combination of 3 holy symbols.
Mhm.
This one is one of the 3 that was a piece of that, and you do recognize it as a holy symbol to Hexter.
Store.
That's the
Which one
like the
was
arrows,
Hexter?
the chaos.
It is.
Yeah.
Do you have inspiration?
Yes.
I think so.
Hextor, holy symbol.
Hexter.
Okay.
Wasn't he the bad guy in Fangalley?
I missed that one.
That's Gilgamesh.
I was.
Or-
No, it's Hexus.
yeah.
Tim,
I was
Tim
thinking of
Curry.
Smurfs.
It's
All
reasonable.
right. Well, I'm working on casting detect magic.
So he's gonna be busy for 10 minutes. What are the other 2 of you going to be doing during this time?
Getting my new armor.
So I was
Are you
thinking
gonna-
about that. I really
Gonna
was.
strip down in front of these guys.
Pardon me.
just from
Just
the waist
help-
down to establish dominance.
Help me with this buckle.
You are
Not on
considered
target hits.
medium, and she is also considered medium,
Uh-huh.
but it's going to take some time to refit it to where you could wear it.
Okay.
Khaldun could do the work. It's not in Khaldun. You know this wouldn't be a difficult, but it would take
Yep.
some time.
Okay.
And you would just need a place, tools and whatnot. You could do it for free, but it would probably take you a good 3 or 4 full days of work to do it.
All right.
But you could turn it from a woman's armor to a giant Goliath's armor, male.
Yeah. Well, the metal plates are the important bits. It's just affecting straps and maybe expanding some chain and that kind of stuff.
And if you want
If I
to,
know my armor, you need another like 40% more armor.
Yeah.
To turn it from lady armor into man armor.
plus the, I don't know, you flatten part, you get more spot. Yep. So that is what you see. You're gathering your stuff. Trathiel, anything that you're wanting to do in particular?
No, I guess at a certain point he will go and look for Pyrus and then realize that he's passed.
He was conflagrated
He is
and
past
smacked
10.
with a stick. Yes.
Yeah.
He is a was.
And I guess I'll search him as well, but I'm not expecting him to have a lot of stuff. But he'll kind of he takes a moment to just kind of squat down beside him and just
I'm
pat him awkwardly on
fair-
the shoulder and do the all right.
fairly
guess
certain
I
you
figured we got a
guys,
key
we
ring
might
off
stand
of
in the sun.
you guys had already searched him when you captured
Oh, we
him?
already searched him.
Yeah, he's
He
clean.
just-
He's not got anything on him. This other one though, the one that's dead at the door, that one does have the regular chainmail shield, longsword, and he does have a potion of cure light or just cure wounds.
Cure wounds.
Might as well go through the pockets of these guys standing in the corner.
Basically 3 more potions. They're
So
all 4 total. Yep.
4, yeah.
Plus, and then hers, she had 2 plus the
Yep.
That's the big one.
plus the big one. And then the same armor and weapons and things like that. I'm assuming you've taken their weapons from them.
Mhm. Throw them in the water.
Tied him front to front.
all three of them.
Turn him into human centipede.
Ugh.
Yeah. We were talking about that the other day.
The spikes on the armor, are those decorative or are those mechanically different than something?
I'll have to look it up to see if it translates to 5e, but effectively what I was thinking is if you are grappled physically by somebody, they're going to have a little bit of a harder time doing it, and if they're successful, they take a little bit of damage.
Okay. Can the spikes be removed?
Yes.
Okay.
Khaldun could easily do that too.
That would account for the
With
extra
Bloodforge.
material needed.
Just file them down, so then you have, instead of spiked armor, you have nubby armor.
No, nub armor. Full
Just-
plate nub
Just
armor.
yeah, it would be knurled armor at that point. It would be easier to grapple him.
Yeah, I'll add handles to the armor. So,
Like a master blaster. Who's going to ride on top?
That would be
oh.
Centurions. You remember that?
Power Extreme.
Yeah, Power Extreme. I love that show.
I love that show.
Yeah.
Me too.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Nerds. No, I don't either. I've never heard of it.
That's
It's
why I think Jamie and I were destined to be friends, because I think we were the only
Right.
people that saw the show ever.
You two have
Every time I try and talk to someone about it, they have no idea.
You two are remarkably similar in your tastes in TV shows and cartoons and things like that. It's amazing.
that's because
See,
that
Jamie,
show-
you should watch Barbed Wire. Bringing it back.
Yeah. Let me just
And-
just
and,
pull it
uh,
up on the stream here.
Barbarella.
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 I don't even think
Fantastic.
I don't think I'm gonna search those two things. It's no good.
Well, Barbarella's like 60s or 70s movie.
Yeah, 60s.
It's
Maybe
late 60s,
60s.
early 70s. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jane Fonda is like 18, I think.
Yeah.
She's young.
It was what if the sexual revolution, but in space.
It is.
But in space.
All right, if you guys have no other real plans, the 10 minutes is up, and you are now detecting magic. And you sense magic, new magic. You focus for a bit. The armor, the flail,
Ooh.
the wand
Oh,
are all magical.
Yes.
what? The one does well.
Yes.
The magic,
Who would have thought?
the armor. Yay.
Armor,
So
flail, and wand, as well as the
Wand.
magic, the potions and whatnot. But and the scrolls, that was probably obvious, but those three are. Yeah. Oh, the torch on the wall also is magical, and upon closer inspection, it is not producing heat. It is an ever-burning torch. So it's basically a continuous light has been cast on a stick.
I've never thought of it that way, but that's amazing.
Yeah.
Can you
And-
put it in, like, can you just put that in your pocket and it not?
It does not produce heat. Yeah. You can stick it in your
You could hold it
pouch.
in your teeth. That'd be
Yeah.
fearsome.
You can hold it
So-
like in your mouth with the fire part in your mouth, and like your eyes will glow.
Oh,
So,
like when you
ju-
put a glow stick in your mouth across the side.
Yeah. Yep.
So is it a magic item or is it a stick with continual light on it?
It is an ever-burning torch.
All right.
Yes.
The reason I ask is because if you cast darkness on continual light, it cancels it.
Right.
Darkness on
This-
an ever-burning torch will just
Snuff
mute it
for the
until
heat.
you
Yeah.
move out of the way.
And the pouch with money had 15 gold and 2 platinum. And the key ring has about a dozen keys on it.
Excellent. Excellent. And
I've stopped keeping track of the amount of keys we have because it's
We have
already
a lot of keys.
it's well into the high double digits just for this dungeon.
And
And none of these scrolls look like formula for a wand of draining cauldron.
no, they do not.
Okay.
And
Although this wand may be a wand of draining cauldron.
when you finish your spell, Khaldun, you're walking around checking out magic stuff. Your passive investigation picks up the locking mechanism for the trap on this side of the room. of this side of the wall.
It's kind of a button, like a mirror button,
Yeah,
kind of like
yeah,
the other door.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Cool. The wand. What school of magic is it?
Conjuration.
Okay.
Let me check that, but I'm almost certain that's what it is.
And the flail and the plate armor.
Transmutation.
Okay.
Damage, protection, that kind of thing. I guess one's divination, one's transmutation.
Oh yay!
All right.
Am I gonna have to attune to this armor?
Probably.
Dang it!
I don't think you have to attune to armor and weapons unless they're special.
Depends on the enchantment.
Yep.
Tarathiel would like to
Oh.
check this chest to see if there's a false bottom on it.
Okay, give me a perception or investigation. Heath the wand is of evocation.
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 Nice.
Evocation.
I don't like it.
13, but I will spend a psychic psionic energy die on it as well.
Nice.
20.
So 20 total. You do
20
not
total.
see. You don't find any false bottom. It looks like her storage chest. You know, where she kept her items that she wasn't wearing normally. Like you see residue of oil that she used to oil the armor up and things like that. So you figure this is just where she kept her things if she was in the pool or, wasn't wanting to be wearing her full set of spiky plate armor.
Okay.
There is a lock, but it's unlocked. And just upon further look, and one of her keys opens and unlocks it.
Yazan, you should ask these gentlemen where the plans are.
Where are the plans for the Death Star?
He looks for the droids. It's always the droids. So Farazan
Look, sir.
will will approach them and do thusly. He will ask them, "Where are the plans to the wand that controls the water?"
And they all just kind of look at each other. I don't know what you're talking about. And they all do have like this confused look, like they don't know what you're talking about.
Farazan will grab one of them.
Drown it.
and like pull him over to Tarathiel and Khaldun. Just kind of like, not like viciously or anything like that, but just bodily pull him over.
Yeah.
It's like, I think he has something he wants to say. And kind of put him like in between the three of us.
His hands are tied, and he raises them up. I don't know what you're talking about. She hired us to guard this place. She pays us. We guard the place.
Where does she keep things that are valuable to her?
And he kicks his head back in that chest.
So she doesn't have any valuables.
You know,
She's wearing them.
yeah.
Does she have a boss? You ever see her talking to someone higher up?
I mean, she talked to the gnome a lot. Used to talk to the other one. God, what's it? The Knoll. Used to talk to the Knoll until he went kind of haywire.
Tarkala?
Yes. Yeah. She hadn't talked to him in weeks, but she talked to the gnome all the time.
What about the
Yeah, he
spiders?
didn't have what we're looking for either.
What about the spiders?
He looks at you. What about him?
Him.
Talk to him much?
Not if I can help it.
Where can we find the knoll?
And he, he's pointing with his head. He points to the northwest. Back in there, back in the caves, the part that's not been carved out yet.
And
Hmm.
so if we go to the end of this hallway, and he points up to where the trapped room is, or the trapped doorway, and off to the right. What do we find through there?
Talking about the room the first room that you ever went to that you blocked with the rocks? Is that what you're talking about?
This one. Did
Oh,
we have that guy draw us a map?
Ish.
The one that we propped Pyrus up against.
Yeah.
He propped himself up against that. He tripped, landed with his head.
On a firebolt.
You know what we forgot at the beginning of this episode, and it's probably finished now anyway? Tarathia was paralyzed.
Well, when she dropped,
Yeah, it wore off as soon as she went unconscious.
Okay.
Yeah. It was a whole
I
person spell.
completely forgot that.
Yeah, I did too.
I just
I did too.
looked at my character sheet and went, wait a minute.
I'm unfortunately paralyzed.
Rewind, start again.
So you basically point to the door that you just pinged. That's where we eat.
Do we have to go back outside to get to the knoll, or can we get to him from there?
Matt's looking at the map.
That's an unusual thing for you to say.
Yeah.
I think we have to go through that murder tunnel with the death trap.
I don't suggest going that way. We don't go that way. I mean, there's nothing back there, really. They cleared that out a couple of years ago. If you're wanting to go back and talk to the knoll, you are going to have to go pretty much straight north. Like, keep going to the northern doors, and you'll get there eventually.
Any more nasty traps we should know about?
Oh, yeah. This place has got traps everywhere.
I think you just
All right.
volunteered to be our guide.
so we had a guide and he was doing great until he turned on us and then he died. So we need another guide. And who's not going to turn on us, we will let you go.
Give me persuasion.
You mind if I roll a insight just to kind of make sure he's been telling the truth this whole time?
Mhm.
Okay. I'll do that.
21. Woo.
We've got a passive 17 on insight. So
He's definitely not lying, and it doesn't feel like he's trying to like mislead you.
Okay.
He's just not wanting to talk about it. Like he's giving you short answers, but everything he's been telling you, like, okay, he's telling us the truth. He just doesn't want to talk to us. He doesn't like us, that kind of thing. However, Khaldun, with your invitation to be a guide, and with that nice 21, he nods. I'll show you where everything is if you promise to let us go.
I will let you go. You do not turn on us. We'll even pay you.
And then they all three kind of perk up. The one in the back that's still back in the corner. All of us?
If you help us get through this, get what we need, and get out, I will pay you all twice what they paid you.
Sure. And they're all just nodding in agreement. Yeah. Rhubarb. Yeah.
Okay. Because we offered Pyrus the same, and he said yes, and then he turned on us, and now he's lying in that hallway dead.
We don't know him. He's one of those bashers. Well, we're not going to turn. Yeah, you pay us. We're yours.
All right. So, what's the best way to get there?
And he points to the door that Pyrus is lying. Well, get where? Where are you wanting to go?
We think we need to talk to the knoll. We're looking for the plans for a wand. And the only person we can think of is the Knoll because the gnome is dead.
Oh, I'd have thought he had it. Sure. I'll show you how to get back there.
We looked through
mean-
all the gnome stuff and there was nothing like that, right?
Correct. Yes.
Farazan's gonna take that potion of that big potion of healing. If that's, does anyone else need this?
Not as much as you do.
He kind of drips over to the to where the potions
And
are laying.
none of these guys are hurt either. So yeah,
We weren't going to give them one.
I know. Just trying to think of y'all's situation.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Can I use my inspiration on a healing potion?
Nope. It's going to be a D20 roll.
It does. So sure.
Okay, 30 hit points back.
That's a
You could
really good roll.
you could use it, but not with any effect.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
What is that? That is pretty good. What did I end
That's
up
good.
getting?
Yeah.
That's almost max. It's like, well, it's 10 short, but yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
So I think just stepping out of character for a minute, I think the plan is that we're going to take all three, right? Because I was entering into this conversation with the assumption we were going to take one and then just lock the door and keep the other two in here as like a reserve. Like, hey, if this guy betrays us, we'll come back for one a year.
Yeah. Oh, that one died. We're coming for the next one there. I'll
Just
sitting in
switch
puddles
the
of
trap
piss.
back on and use Trail's keys to lock the door behind us. Like, can either of you pick locks? No, good.
Click.
No, I'd rather them not be behind us, and I'd rather take all three of them.
Okay.
I would like to just
So
have a
there-
look in the pool before we go, just to make sure there's not
Three
plans sitting at the
canaries.
bottom.
Okay. It looks like it's heated naturally from the lava in the volcano, but it looks basically like a hot tub, more or less, for lack of a better word.
Tarathiel thinks of Auric momentarily and feels sad.
Geyser.
Just in the back of his head, you just hear, Geyser.
Yeah. So I'm kind of tired. I'm not hurt, but as far as magical energy goes, I'm sapped. So y'all want to camp here for the night?
You want to sleep in here with them?
Yeah. You just shut that door. We'll take a rest in here.
Mm. I suggest if we do that, then we probably want to rest in shifts.
I
Sure.
call the hammock.
We do have a hammock.
Why does hammock
but I called
rhyme
it.
with mimic?
If that hammock eats
I call-
Tarathiel, I'm going to be very upset.
I called dibs. That's how it works.
I saw it first and I called it.
That's right. I was the first one into the room, technically.
Yeah,
Farazan
Farazan
didn't quite
tried.
make it in. Yeah.
I don't know. Farazan's going to get down in the hot tub and rest his weary bones.
It looks nice. And it looks probably as though she was in the hot tub when everything started going haywire. So it looks like she was putting her armor, like she just put her armor on. There's a wet towel there. There's,
Still got damp hair.
yeah.
Got her hair wrapped up in the, little
Towel.
towel turban thing that they do. That would
Well, we should at the very least bring Pyrus in, right? And then if somebody is wandering around and we're not going to see a corpse on the floor unless they come in.
All right.
So you drag the body into the room.
Toss all three of them in the corner there. No. That corner up there, away from the hammock. There you go.
Like that.
Yeah.
put all the dead ones in that corner, put all the live ones in this corner, and put all of us over in this
Uh-huh.
other corner.
And my
Well, if
OCD is now satisfied.
if you go and look back at the map, there is a trail of bodies that you've left behind. I mean, literally, I can tell which rooms you can't have come through by the bodies that you've left behind. So, just saying, you're pulling one body out of a hallway and you're leaving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 throughout. Just FYI.
But in theory, there shouldn't be anyone behind us, right?
Sure.
There
Um,
already has been once.
You know what?
They've already flanked around us once.
Yeah. So that little voice on the shoulder saying that is like, you know what? This probably isn't the best room to spend the night in. Now that I
It's
think about it.
lockable, and we have the keys.
Yeah. Well, the reason this battle turned the way it did is because they could not run.
Any
So
way that
that
we
could
can
work
defend is
against
going to be
us.
difficult for us to run.
Get the Rorschach quote. I'm not stuck in here with you. You're stuck in here with me.
Yeah.
Okay. So what are you planning?
Well, I think a better room would probably be the dining room down here with the candlestick
Uh-huh.
because it has multiple exits
It does.
in case we need to get out of here.
So many doors.
5 to be exact.
What I mean,
4 and a double.
or we could go out and hop in the little gondola and go back across.
We'd have to fix it.
Well, I mean, that would be easy enough. Put the cog back in there, and
Yeah, just put the cog back in. Yeah. Well, we could do that.
But there's no hammock in there.
Maybe
right.
we can take the hammock with us.
it's all right. I'll pull the hammock off the hooks, and we can take it with us.
Hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm satisfied.
Okay. So back to the gondola.
Yeah, what's the plan?
And what do we do with the three
I-
three dingbats?
Could
They're
take you
kinda
two
with
trips.
us. I think-
2 trips to get
'cause I think-
everybody up there.
You two with the you only just fit, I think, in the thing, right? It's feeling like that. You know the puzzle where you have the fox, the chicken, and the corn, and
Snake,
the
yeah.
cross the river.
So Farazan and one other can get in there. It's got enough for 4 regular medium-sized humanoids.
Mm-hmm.
But Farazan would be because you're like 3 times as big as a human. It would be Farazan and one other, and then 4.
That might be a little difficult to do with our escort.
I don't know. I feel confident that the Nolan trail were already not really on speaking terms. It sounds like the Knoll is pretty isolated. So the worst we're going to face is more of this level of thug, I think.
Do you think we
That
just
might
stay
be
in
meta-
here?
That might be metagaming it a little bit, but yeah, I think
Well,
we
I mean,
can,
no,
we
not
can lock
really.
the door.
That's not metagaming, not in my opinion.
I think we can lock the door here. We're safe in here. And if one of these guys plays up, Farazan can fold him in half, and we'll shove him in the trunk, and I'll throw that screaming stone in there with them, and then that'll be it.
It's like the definition of judo is folding clothes with people still in them.
Yes.
I've never heard that, but that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We'll take our rest here.
All right. We're doing long,
Uh,
short. What are y'all planning?
I need a long. I'm spent.
Okay, long rest.
Tarathiel will carefully re-enable the trap, close the door, and
I can actually handle a short rest
relock it.
because I think everything I have resets on a short rest. So can I do a short rest and then just manage the goofballs for the rest of the time?
So, a long rest doesn't just establish all your abilities, you still do have to rest.
Yeah.
So if you skip a long rest, you're going to take 1 level of exhaustion.
Didn't he get a con save for that?
Maybe I'd have to look it up, but
Yeah,
like
I think he
if
gets
you,
he gets a con
yeah.
save.
yeah,
Which Farazan should be good at.
Mhm.
probably.
I would
Yeah.
hope.
You want to try that?
What does exhaustion do mechanically?
1 level of exhaustion gives you disadvantage on all skill checks, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, disadvantage on ability checks.
Ability checks. So that's everything.
That's right.
That is. I don't
Not
think
a-
that's
not a-
not saving throws.
Not attacks and saving throws.
Right, but it does
Because that
count
happens at
for
third level.
initiative and things like that. Yeah.
Okay.
And in order to get rid of 1 level of exhaustion, you need a full day's rest.
Yeah.
Or an 8 hour. I'm sorry, an 8 hours rest. You know.
A long rest.
Yes.
Okay. But a short rest in lieu of a long rest is not gonna cut it then.
No.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it. Let's give me the save. Or do you want me to roll?
All right. Well, give me. So we're doing a long rest now. Yep.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Lock the door. You turn the trap on. The 3 dudes. You keep them tied up.
No, just tell them to hang tight here, or we're gonna rest up.
I know, but they're still tied up.
Yeah.
Yes, they're still tied up.
Tied up.
Okay.
Give them a little bit of food. You know. We're not cruel.
Okay. So, what is the rest order?
What do you think?
You mind if I go first?
Go for it.
So you'll be awake first.
No.
Sleep first.
Okay. Sleeping. Okay. So who's taking first?
So
watch?
I'll take
Let's
I'll take
turn that.
last watch. I'll take last watch.
Tarathiel will take first watch if Farazan wants to get a short rest in, and then potentially
Okay.
can stay up after that. Any of you guys know any Gilbert and Sullivan?
I don't know who that is.
So first watch. Give me just 1 perception check for your entire watch.
21.
21. Second watch. Give me a perception check for the entire watch.
I don't want to.
I fail.
12.
12. And then third watch. Give me a perception check for the entire watch.
6.
6. All right. So,
I've got
The-
my owl.
Just about halved
Can
every
my
time.
owl perception check?
say again.
I locked her out. Sorry.
Tapping on
Can
it.
Pazel perception check with me?
So, was she going to be in there in the room with you?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. With advantage.
Please, oh please, oh please.
16.
16. Okay. That's with advantage.
Hmm.
All right. So the long rest is complete.
Okay.
Farazan, give me your Constitution saving throw.
Jeez.
You rolled a 1.
You rolled a
I
1?
rolled a 1. It's an 8.
All right. So you have 1 level of exhaustion, which is basically disadvantage on all ability checks. Saving throw, not saving throws, not attacks,
Mm-hmm.
but everything else until you get a full long rest.
Yep, definitely should have used my inspiration for that one.
Probably a good idea.
Looking a bit crunchy in the eyes there, mate.
You have identified the new magic items. The full plate is full plate plus 1.
Woohoo!
Jeez.
The heavy flail is a heavy flail plus 1. And the wand is a wand of cure wounds. It has 7 charges. You can use 1 charge to do essentially a cure wounds, which is 1d8 plus 2. And if you want to use all the charges at one time, you can do 7d8 plus 14. but it's just like another wand. If you use the last charge, there's a 5% chance it will crumble to dust, and the wand completely recharges every dawn.
Holy crap.
Yes,
That's nice.
yes.
Can Caldoon use that?
Anybody can use a wand,
Anybody can use a wand.
I'm gonna
Fair
unless
hold on.
unless it specifically says it has to be attuned to a class. But yeah, anybody can use this wand.
I'm gonna hold on to that.
Okay.
Horse-tacular.
And what you guys did not perceive during the night was that one of the three guys has undone his bonds. He slipped his bonds, but he's right where you left him. He's over in the corner. When you notice him, he's got his hands up. I'm not gonna do anything. Just it's really damn uncomfortable.
Okay.
And you are also all level 6.
Hey!
Dang.
How long have you been waiting for us to long rest?
A while.
Hooray!
A pretty long while. You are all probably 3 game sessions, maybe.
Oh, really?
But it was also one of those times, like you have to find the right time to rest, and it has to be a long rest and all that good stuff. So,
Yep.
Yes, you all leveled up during the night.
Holy cow.
Even if you didn't rest, fair's on. You go ahead and level up.
That's awesome. That's
Uh,
awesome.
Let's see.
I'm gonna look
So
up my goodies.
this is 5E is fairly quick to level up. You guys want to take just a minute to kind of look at what you got? I think Caldoon might be the longest one because you've got to pick some spells.
Yeah.
But it's basically you pick 2 third level spells or up to third level spells if you want. But yeah, you're all level 6 now.
Oh man.
Awesome.
Oh man. I have. Matt, I sent you a message a while ago, but I think it got kind of lost in some of the other stuff that we had talked about.
Like today?
No, this has been.
Oh.
This has been. Let's see. And what is this? This was prior to the retro logo conversation, I think.
2014.
No, it was during the same that retro logo congregation. Sorry, conversation where we were talking about like trying to do a filter on the logo that I couldn't figure.
Okay, so what's the message?
It was I was actually thinking about taking a dip.
Oh.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah? Yeah?
Yeah.
Monk?
no, not monk.
Oh, I don't think you want to dump level 6 as the fighter.
Well, there's a story reason for the dip. His staff is made from links from a chain golem, and I
Yes.
thought,
Yeah.
with him having, almost exclusively kind of use this, I thought it might be fun to do a warlock dip at some point, like the Hexblade, because that would give him a bit of a damage buff, +3 every hit for like a minute, I think, at a time. So not
You use the Hexblade's Curse?
yeah, but I was thinking about that because it's like I thought maybe he's been using this thing and it was a magical creature. Maybe something has used that link to kind of start whispering to him.
Okay.
I don't think I'm going to do it this level, but we can talk about that a little bit more
All right.
at some point. Then the other I had been thinking about dipping into Cleric or Paladin, but I don't know. None of those are quite as interesting.
But not level 6? Not right
Yeah,
now?
not right now.
Okay.
Mike, what is this?
This is level up music, baby.
It's fantastic.
What are you playing?
found
I
a-
can't.
Smooth jazz.
Yes.
Oh, all right. So it's a little Kenny G action.
Yeah.
It's great.
So level 6 is kind of a big level for everybody. That's like one of the bigger class tiers, right? Level 6, you get some big ability. And it's different for whatever specific class you pick. Like, what is it for an Abjurer?
I get projected ward, where I can use my reaction to move my ward onto somebody else when they get hit.
Ooh.
That's
Ooh.
pretty cool. Is that without like any number of time of day? Or is it just a...
Yeah, it's until I exhaust it. They got to be within, I think, 30 feet of me.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What's the Mind Blade at level 6?
So I don't get something special at level 6 for Mindblade, I don't think. Let me just verify that is true.
Or it might be under Rogue as
Yeah,
well.
Rogue might get something.
Yeah, so Soul Knife is level 3 and level 9. So for the Rogue, I get expertise in 2 skills.
Oh.
And
Ooh.
given Tarathiel's activities, I put them in investigation and perception
Excellent. Okay.
because he's spending his time watching the last laugh and trying to figure out what they're doing.
Excellent.
And also because it will help
Very
me,
cool.
not get murdered by traps. Would be nice.
Which this little dungeon crawl has been a bit trap heavy.
Mm-hmm.
And how about Farazone? What's anything special at level 6?
Getting a feat. So instead of the instead of the ability
that's
score
right.
improvement,
You're a fighter. You get lots of feats. I forgot
Yep,
about
yep.
that.
Lots of feats. Yep.
and I'm trying to decide, trying to find what the other feat was, but the two I've been looking at were Sentinel. That would kind of keep
Mhm.
keep going along with his defensive, posture. He's trying to kind of be more of a defender, so that would
Oh.
allow me to, more opportunity attacks even if they disengage, and if you hit with an opportunity attack, your speed becomes 0. But the other one that I was thinking about, and I can't remember what it is. Is it Great Weapon Master? Yes. Great Weapon Master. Take a -5 to your attack and you get a +10 to the damage.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So, I don't know. Have you guys had any thoughts on that? Have you ever had a character that had to gotten that far?
I've never personally had a fighter get to that level, so I wouldn't have used it. But I have used, as a ranger, the other ability for bows. It's -5 to hit, +10 to damage.
Yeah.
Sharpshooter.
Sharpshooter. It is murderous,
Yeah.
especially when you have 2 attacks around. If you find out their armor class is pretty low, forget about it. They're just... And if you can somehow get advantage on attacks or whatever, yeah, it's awful.
Yeah.
Because if I'm not mistaken, that also doubles. No, just the dice doubles. Never mind. I'm thinking something else. Yeah, but still, it's +10 per hit.
Yeah,
I liked it.
It's wild. That would put his what would that put his attack at if I went with that? Jazz, man, this is hilarious. Let's see. That would get him. It would only be a +3 to hit,
Okay.
but it would be a D10 +15
Yeah.
every time he hit.
I mean, it's a trade-off, but if you come up to something big and nasty, especially if it's got like resistance and it's just easy to hit, that's just the way to go.
Yeah.
That's how I liked it.
Well, you've
But-
you've got precise strike
Mm-hmm.
to counterbalance that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, depending if you want to play a more defender style, because that's more of a striker style. You're like crushing skulls.
Mm-hmm.
Sentinel and Polar Master are like peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah. And
It's,
that's
Because you're hitting them coming and going.
yeah. That's the thing is I can stop them in their wherever they are. So
Well, not only that, but you get
That's-
you get that really cool ability where if they attack someone other than you, you can attack them back.
Yeah.
So your reaction is like fully engaged, like
Mm.
fully engaged.
yeah. I think I'm
You
gonna
control a 20-foot cube, basically.
Yeah, I think that's the way I'm gonna go. Maybe the next one will be Maybe the next one will be Great Weapon Fighter or Great Weapon Master.
Okay, so you're going with Sentinel.
Going with Sentinel, yes, and that gets me to 59 hit points. Hooray!
Gross.
Right on.
Gross. Amazing.
I like it. Hopefully he won't hit the ground anytime soon.
All right, you have rested a long time, most of you. Farazan, you have a level of exhaustion. Your 3 dudes are sitting over in the corner, munching on whatever food you gave them. What's the plan?
I don't know. Hang on, I gotta turn off the jazz. It seems inappropriate.
Heath, any ideas on the spells that you're taking?
I know one of them is slow.
Okay.
I'm working on the second one.
Are you trying to decide between any or just kind of a whole
Yes,
list
I
at this point?
am. I'm trying to decide between possibly a summon spell, like summon undead or summon fae or something like that.
Well, you could bring Pyrus back.
Hey. Because the new summon spells are actually pretty decent, and I'm not summoning like swarms, so it's
Yeah.
not going to slow the game down. It's just like
Right.
one creature.
Use like a
Well,
bonus
it's
action.
helpful
Or
when we're a
something?
party of 3 as well. To just
Yes.
have that extra combatant on the field
Yep.
is useful.
Yeah.
Which
Um,
summon?
Probably undead or shadow spawn. Maybe shadow. I like shadow spawn. That's kind of cool.
Summon Shadow Spawn.
It's creepy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Either way,
I
it's
like
creepy.
it.
Oh man,
Yes.
it says Shadow Spirit is a medium monstrosity.
Yeah. Yeah. That's really more abyssal, and I like it. So
Yep.
I might do that. Shadow
that-
spawn.
Is that from Tasha's?
It is.
Yeah, Tasha's brought back a lot of the summon. They left all summons out when they made 5e, and I think Tasha's listened to people and gave them a little bit of a choice for that.
Yeah, but it's a kind
I
of
think-
gentler summoning. It's not like
Yeah.
14 elementals.
Yeah, and it's concentration. Like, it's a good spell, and it has good downside. So, I like the way they've done summoning in 5e versus every other time. Because you could just make a horde, like just every round, just summon, and that just
That just feels like a good second book, right? Like if you're a player, buy the player's guide, then pick up Tasha's because there's so
Absolutely.
much good stuff in there.
absolutely. It was a great addition to this game.
Yeah.
So you think slow and
Summon Evil.
summon bog
Shadow
person?
spawn. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna do shadow spawn.
Okay. All right.
And I'm gonna swap out a cantrip, because I can do that once per long rest. Hang on just one second. Summon shadow spawn. There you am. And prepared spells.
Also, +1 armor is no joke. Like that's actually difficult to find in 5e.
It's
Yes, it's
really good
huge.
stuff.
Yeah.
That's a big
I
one.
wish we
That's a
had
rare-
Really
time
good
to
stuff.
I wish we had time to resize it.
Maybe we could just resize you. Maybe that'd be quicker.
Right? Just shrink you.
Have you got reduced person?
No.
Yeah.
I like being the big one.
Since we have an ever burning torch now that
Mhm.
Farazan can stick in his pocket, I'm gonna swap out light.
Okay.
I'm gonna swap out light for green flame blade.
Okay.
Since I seem to
Ooh,
be
nice.
standing in creatures' faces more often now.
You found a need for it for sure.
Yeah.
You are a tank wizard.
Hmm.
For a little
Classic
while.
tank wizard.
For a little while. Okay.
All right. What
Raphael
y'all
yawns
doing?
and stretches. Ah, man, got to get one of these. It's very comfortable. Splashes some water on his face. All right.
Yeah. Okay. All right, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm ready. Everyone else?
I think so.
The three guys
Yep,
stand up.
Do you want to tell us your real names, or should we just go with Larry, Curly, and Mo, or what's the?
Well, the one
What's
with
the
his
protocol here?
hands, one that has untied his hands. His name is Sakuro. One of them's name is Thistle, and the third's name is Ajar. Like
Ajar.
the door is ajar. Yeah, his name is Ajar.
Cool. Sakura, you got to show me how to do that rope thing. That's cool.
Well, this one wasn't tied too well. He looks over. No offense.
You know, it would be
So
a
I
neat
think there was
trick
a
if you could retie yourself.
Tricky bit of magic.
Nods. So, am I going to get my weapon back, or how's this going to work?
Not a chance.
Well, I don't know. Are we hiring them? You think they're gonna actually switch sides?
I trust them no more
Well-
than I trust. What was the last guy's name? Pyro?
Pyrus?
Pyrus? I trust them no more than I trust Pyrus.
Okay.
Sakuro
Wow,
chimes up.
Virus can't hurt you anymore, buddy.
Trust the money. You pay us. We'll work for you.
We were going to pay him as well.
Yeah, we offered him the same deal we offered you, and he just wasn't feeling it.
He shrugs.
I mean, your employer is dead now, so
Right?
So, were you working for Triel or this whole group?
It was Triel's group.
Oh, so the Knoll works for Triel?
I've never met the Knoll. I don't know. I just know they told me a couple weeks ago he went kind of weird. So nobody goes back there anymore.
And that was before the wand incident, yeah? Because the wand incident was like yesterday. Day before yesterday.
What? Where you were at the Drunken Monkey?
Yeah.
Or the Lucky Monkey? Oh yeah. Oh, this was weeks ago. That this happened with the Knoll
Okay.
was weeks ago.
Okay.
which is what makes me think that Noel probably doesn't have the plans, but she could have been meeting with him in secret, maybe.
You know what? Look at Trathiel. That's a really good point. She got the plans hoping to sell them for some money. Maybe she's already done that.
She doesn't have much money
We did. She didn't.
Good point.
unless she
Maybe she didn't negotiate a good price.
bought this armor with it. That's a decent amount of change.
So, did you accompany Triel usually? I'm looking at the guards.
No, we stay here.
Oh, you stay here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Usually we
Hmm.
stayed with the gnome,
But no.
but yeah, we stay here. We've been here for looks at what 2 weeks, week. We haven't been
Not
here
long.
that long. No, not long at all. There's
Did-
others who've been here longer than us. We're just some of the newer ones hired.
Where'd she
Apparently,
pick
some
you
of the
up?
other ones. She had put out some flyers down around Sasserine, down the north of this area. I'm from Sasserine. These guys were in the area.
Wow, you snuck past Hooknose?
I don't really see him that much. I know that
I like this. I like this Sakura guy. He's got nads.
you know, it's a dragon, sure, but I don't know. You don't see it. There's nothing to hide from, right? Plus, she was paying quite a bit.
Must have been a lot.
Okay.
Well, tell you what, you keep your hands free, but no weapon until you've proven yourself a bit. All right?
Yes.
You know,
and
it's-
someone catch that cat.
Yeah, if
Yeah,
you could,
that's my cat.
if you
Yeah.
agree, please meow. Meow once for yes, meow twice for no.
I gotta let her out.
It's okay.
This is Another cat.
Hello, kitty. Oh.
I have exactly that cat. What are you doing with my cat?
It's a cloned cat.
I think Wes has the same cat too. I think it's just at some point that coloration gene has dominated a particular brand of cat.
A very common cat color.
I think
Yeah.
we don't. Oh, hello, kitty.
Okay.
Hello, kitty.
I don't have that one. It's gotta collect the whole set.
Ours is white and gray, so neither of those colorations. So, but whenever we do leave, in that armory, were there more spears and hatchets?
More throwies and
More
choppies.
throwies and choppies. Yep.
Yeah, let me see. I don't know about the hatchets.
Javelins?
Yeah, javelins, spears.
I thought you got all the. So there were 7 long swords, 5 rapiers, 11 long bows, chainmail, lots of chainmail, and wine. There weren't any in that one, but there was another, a separate armory. I think you guys found as well, because I remember you got a whole bunch of javelins and stuck them in your sack.
I feel like if you toss chainmail at people, it could hurt.
Yeah, I've got 5 javelins in my quiver, but obviously that's not enough if Farazan gets trapped again. So, if there are more javelins in that armory, I would like to go get a couple more.
No, I don't see.
Okay.
No, nothing more than that.
No more throwing weapons is what you're saying.
I mean, you could throw anything, but
Daggers?
yeah, nothing designed for throwing. No. There's a longbow.
I'm going to grab
no.
Trail's holy symbol.
Okay.
And I'm going to carry it with me. Essentially, here's my plan.
Mhm.
Well, I'm not going to tell you what my plan is. I'm going to carry it with me.
All right. Okay.
We'll see what happens.
Okay.
I think I know what
So
I know what
Raphael-
you're up to, and my thought was actually to say, did she have a unique helmet, like spiked helmet kind of thing?
Yeah, it's part of the armor. Sure.
Okay, so may keep that kind of on
It
a
fits like this. It fits like a teacup on your head.
it's a tiara on Farazan. Yeah, that's hilarious.
It fits like most baseball caps on my head.
Who's a spiky princess?
That's funny. That's funny. Yeah, he'll tuck that in kind of at the top of his pack, just so it's available, just in case.
All right.
So if Fezan mentions the fact that he needs more throwing things, Tarathiel's got a couple of daggers on his belt that he can give you, because I can make daggers out of nothing. So I don't actually
He
need
hands you a psychic
these
dagger.
ones.
Wait, yeah, here.
No,
Come on, you can
no,
grab it.
really, here it is. It's okay. Here it is.
Just blood starts leaking out of Fezan's nose. Stop playing with the psychic daggers.
Stop it. Stop it.
Not supposed to put that there.
What were these things' names again?
The one that's been talking, the one that's untied is Sakuro, Sukoro.
Sakura, thistle, and a jar.
Yep.
Thistle in a jar. You get to stay in restraints until you figure it out.
They both nod. All right.
Yeah, I mean, we've been feeding them. I mean, we're obviously probably treating them a little better than what they had before, maybe. Okay. All right, Sakura.
I'm thinking that Tarathiel is like unreasonably trusting in people, which is weird considering his background. But like, it feels like maybe that's what got him into this mess in the first place.
So Khaldun has this really unusual fractured mind. I
Mhm.
mean, he's not evil. He really is good, but there's evil there too. When he has
There's
to fight.
the potential for evil.
Yes. I mean, when he fights, it's brutal. It's like everything's going to die.
Mhm.
And so with this new spell, I'm just kind of waiting to have like a spawn of hell pop out of a corpse.
Do you have to have a corpse for it to work?
No,
Oh, okay, okay.
but I would do it anyway.
Well, it's
I
like
was envisaging seeing this thing like tear its way out of your shadow.
jeez.
step away.
Your fares on
Well,
nightmares.
It's like the difference between fighting for points and fighting for your life.
Yes.
You fight differently.
I
when
have
you're
never
fighting for your
fought for
life.
points. Caldoon has never fought for points ever.
Exactly.
Okay.
All right.
right.
Sakuro
Alright, so-
takes the lead. We're going this way.
Yep.
Unlock the door. Disable the trap.
Did you say you're taking all three, or what was going with that?
We're taking all three.
Stop
right.
that.
Sakuro opens the door. Let me show you what's up. I can find the button. There we go.
Button. Who's got the button?
Button. Who's got the button?
And open it up to a fairly large dining room.
Oh God, it's a dining room.
It's Fairzone's feed bag.
It's basically a mess hall. Looks like they were in the middle of dinner when things got haywire. So there's still food, cold now, but still food on the table. You know,
Gross.
Sakura walks over and grabs a chicken leg that he was eating before the fight.
Oh, dude, you shouldn't do that with chicken. You should definitely keep that cold.
Yeah, it's kind of warm and moist in here, so it's yeah.
Oh, yeah.
room temperature chicken is not good.
Yeah, this whole facility got a 22 on their score sheet.
Shutting them down.
That's what our next story is. Next time we go in this episode, health inspecters.
So
I was thinking at the moment we're like Cauldron Plumbing, right? Like, trying to fix the waterworks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go.
hey, whatever pays the bills.
All right, I'm taking up the rear. I want to make sure these are our two friends here in front of me.
Okay, I'm gonna just move Sakura around, and
Yeah.
whenever it comes to it, I'll drag them behind.
Okay.
So count
Got
them
it.
as kind of one spot.
What is
And
Farazan points to the south. He says, "What is through that door?"
that room right there is just like a meeting room. Next to us is our barracks. Pretty much all this is barracks in this area.
Where would you?
Any more javelin storages?
No, there's two. Let's see. There is the one armory, which I don't know if they had javelins in there or not. And there's one closer to Spider's area that may have had some weapons, but those are our two
I think we
main
found that one.
chambers.
Hey, what's
Um,
with those cages? Were you around for that?
No, those were here. Yeah, they were already here when we got here. There's a big forge, and he points back. If you go back through the front entrance with the big huge table and down that hallway, there's a large forge area, and that's where they were doing a lot of the making those cages back then.
And do you know why they were making those cages?
No, nobody ever told me.
Alrighty. Shall we carry on?
And he points to the north. That way.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. He opens the door.
Oh, geez. I just got to look because I put my expertise into perception and investigation.
Mhm.
My passives are now 17, 18, 17.
Holy crap!
Oh, nice. So I'm just going to open doors and light things up, and you tell me how you want to proceed, okay?
Pretty much just asking him, what's behind this door, and then are there any traps, and then let him go on through.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there's a hallway past this door.
Okay.
Goes east and west.
All right, let's go.
So we know there were guards in this door in the belfry.
Yes.
There were
Before?
some upstairs. Do we think we are? There was like a gallery, right? Do we think we're on the gallery level? I don't think so, right? I don't think we've gone up anywhere.
Oh no, you had to climb a rope to get up to that balcony.
Yeah, let's not do that.
No.
I mean, that's
Were you-
it's a guard post. We climb the rope, get up on the balcony, and wait for people to come in that way.
Oh, so you were the ones we didn't attack.
No, those you killed them.
Okay.
Probably. It seems statistically likely at this point.
And to be fair, we
Alright.
have offered each group to give up, but so far you three are the only three that
I'm not.
have accepted.
Hey, we
not
have
su-
no loyalty to these people. They're paying us, and they're not paying us anymore. So
I'm not sure it counts as self-defense if you just run in screaming. All right, let's go through the door.
all right, he opens it up, and I am. Boop. Back to the east is that room. We're getting closer to the caverns.
Is this lockable?
Oh, good point. Actually, all these doors have been locked, but the first door he came up to, Sakura looks and says, "I'm going to need those keys." And he's pointing at the keys you got off of Trio.
I'm gonna hold on to them, but you tell us when the doors are locked.
So then that's what he's been doing. He's like, "Well, this is locked, and there's a hallway behind it, so forth, so far."
Yep. Okay.
And
Guys, should I
Yes.
relock these doors behind us if that's what people are expecting? Although we did leave a trail of bodies, so
At the very least, we will know when someone's coming behind us if we lock them.
yeah, it sounds good. And
So
back
you
to this
are or are
question:
not
is this?
blocking them back.
I think we should.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's go ahead and lock
I
them.
think so.
Just for
And then
future
if-
reference, the doors are shut and locked when you walk through them afterwards. Okay,
Yeah. I guess if this one is lockable, I would like to lock it as well.
it is.
Okay. Then I'll lock those guys in, assuming they don't have a key, which they might. If there's anybody left in there, we can come back
Uh,
and check that out later.
Sakuro's like scratching his head and looks up. I think they're all dead.
All right. Well, I mean, we should check before we leave anyway, because we blocked the door on the other side. So if there's anyone in there, they're just going to starve to death, and we don't want
Unless
that.
they have a key.
Well, I'm very motivated to pick up lockpicking skills, I guess.
Go around the corner of the hallway and you see many, many doors. But Sakura points to the one on the northern wall.
The northernmost
All right.
one. Well,
Yeah.
sort of.
Yeah, northwestern wall. All right,
Mhm.
so there's a little hallway behind this door, and then it opens up into the cavernous area, and I have never been back there.
What about the rest of the doors on this hallway?
Talking about the end of the hall and across the hall here?
Yes.
Hang on, let me check my notes.
Hmm.
So this door that we passed here, that's where basically we keep prisoners. There's a couple of manacled against the wall kind of thing. It's a prison room. This door here
Is there anyone in there right now?
shouldn't be. I don't think so.
So I think we'll check.
Unlock the door, open it up, and there are 4 sets of manacles against the wall, and there's nobody in here.
Okay.
There's four small cages also, which are all empty as well.
How small?
Like uncomfortable for a medium person.
Okay.
Suitable for a child, maybe?
Comfortable for a child.
Mm-hmm.
Harazon's just going to take a quick step in and take a look and just see if there's anything else in here.
Okay, give me a perception.
24, natural
Oh.
20.
Natural 20. You do not see anything extra.
Okay.
You notice that they're all obviously have key holes. And Sakura mentions like on that keychain will unlock everything in this room.
Okay.
She
And,
has keys to everything down here. That keychain opens this entire place.
If you could point out which one is the preview when we go past, that'd be good.
Will do.
Just keep it in mind, Betty. Which reminds me, I mean that doesn't remind me, but
Speaking of bodily fluids,
yeah, Tarathiel will set up the psychic link if I can find it in my sheet.
Okay.
I can still only do the three of us, so we won't end up with Pyrus in our heads, but that's probably fine. Well, Pyrus is dead. We won't end up with Sekiro in our heads.
You are or not including
And-
Sekiro?
No, I can't.
Oh, okay.
Or rather, I can. I don't want to. That didn't do what I wanted it to do at all.
It always puts the to 2
Yeah, it
hours.
puts the full text. So yeah, the three of us will get 2 hours of psychic linkage.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
And as you know, as he's walking down the hall, he's told you that this is the door that you want to go through. He points at the door across the hall, and just that's an interrogation room.
And this one.
Well, we were working on making that into a trap. It's not quite finished though. The floor's messed up.
Don't say lava.
It's-
Don't say lava.
The floor's lava. Just
That might
We're in
actually
the-
be the case in this place.
we're in the middle of getting the room trapped up, but it's
well,
not finished. Probably another couple weeks.
What's behind it? Is this like a hobby you guys all have that you just trap things when you're bored?
Hey, she was paranoid, man. We have traps all over this place. She had bought scrolls to cast traps on the floors and walls. Yeah, she was paranoid.
I mean, to be fair, people did come and get her, so
Maybe she wasn't paranoid. Doesn't mean they're not out to get you.
and
Let's go. Let's look
Uh,
inside the interrogation room.
All right.
yeah, just
He points. You know, it's locked. Open it up. That's an odd-shaped room. Contains a desk, a chair, and a strange apparatus that looks like a wooden bed covered with various iron straps and spikes. Looks uncomfortable.
Of course.
naturally.
It's a rack.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Is there anything? Is it a desk like it could hold papers kind of desk or just a table?
It's more like a table, not a desk. There's a chair and a table, maybe for writing down what somebody says, kind of thing.
Okay.
And if you could show us the room that you're planning to trap, just to make sure no one's in there.
Okay. It's locked. He kind of looks at Tarathiel.
come and unlock it.
Open it up. Rough, unfinished floor of this room seems to be pockmarked with hundreds of tiny holes drilled into the floor. There's no indication as to the purpose of these holes, but it must have taken someone months of mind-numbing work to drill them all. Flavor text.
And what about what's
Um,
on the other side there?
That is another way into the caverns. Kind of a long byway. There's a guard room back there, but I guarantee you there's nobody in there.
A maze of twisty passages all alike.
So do you
Uh,
think that it would be
Tarathiel doesn't make a big deal out of it, but he's not going to go into either the interrogation room or the prison.
Okay.
He kind of just hovers in the doorway and watches everyone else search.
fair enough? Farazan looks
Um,
at the other. Well, I guess he doesn't have to look at them to initiate conversation because they're in his head. He's like, "Would you?
Mhm.
Do you think it would be more? Would be better to go around the long way into the caverns? We wouldn't be expected.
So Kuro, what's on the other side of this unfinished trap room?
That's the. He said that was the back, kind of the long, winding way into the caverns.
Okay.
I think we've just rested. The front, the direct approach seems most appropriate.
Fair enough.
Okay. So this hallway.
Ping it for me. I didn't see what you're looking at. Oh, okay. So yeah, he's standing right there. He looks at it. It's locked.
But
Is
not
it
trapped,
trapped?
right?
No, no, no. I'll tell you if there's a trap. Because most of the traps in
Alright.
here go boom from here on back.
Cool.
But
Alright.
again, this is as far as I've gone, so there are traps back there. I guarantee it.
Before we move much further on, I'm going to ritual cast detect magic.
Okay. Anything you guys want to do for 10 minutes?
Just check with the other two guys and see if either of them have been further back.
No, they both just nod. No, like nobody's come back here apparently since whatever happened with the knoll. Nobody wants to go
Alright,
back
so we
there
got-
anymore.
We got 10 minutes. Farazan, tie me up, and Sakura, show me how to do that thing where you untied it.
He chuckles a little bit. He's looking at Farazan like he ties you up and he shows you how to twist his wrist a little bit and does that. He's like, "Here, you tie me up, and I'll show you how." And you tie him up, and he flips around a bit, and it just falls off his hands. I was a sailor.
Ah,
nuts.
you know you
Good
wear
with-
know
good
you
with
know
knots.
you wear around a knot.
I do.
Yep.
This
I can
line
do
of Joe,
knots
you gotta
at
get in on
knots.
this.
Boo.
So 10 minutes pass, if nothing else. And that took about 10 minutes to explain to you how he did it. And you're now detecting magic.
Okay.
Nothing new currently.
We unlock this door.
It's a short hallway. And behind that door, you're in the caves.
All right. And
Alrighty.
I'll be honest, I really don't want to go back there. That Tarlikar guy, apparently he wasn't great before he went whack job. So just letting you know. I don't have a weapon. I get it. You don't trust me. It's fine. But I don't know.
so with the only thing we know so far is that this Noel Tarlikar is some sort of magic user, and he has gone insane recently, or something has
Yeah.
gone odd, and
Yeah.
there are a lot of traps back here, and that's the only thing we know. Is there any other rumors you know about him?
I mean,
The rest of you have been talking.
the guys tell, they talk about stuff and rumors, and
Like what?
a lot of them are, well, they say he's dead.
Dead.
Not
That's inconvenient.
dead, not like permanently, like dead, like,
Like undead.
Mostly dead.
Wizard.
yeah, like a zombie or something. Yeah.
They ever use the word lich?
No.
This could get uncomfortable very quickly.
Farazan says he looks at him and says that if this is used against us, you will regret it. And he takes one of the daggers that Tarathiel gave him and hands it to Sakura.
He takes
Well, I mean, we could go back to the armory and get him some swords and bows.
I mean, he was armed with swords and bows. Like, you've got his stuff. He had a
Oh,
long sword and long
okay.
bow and a bunch of arrows
Got it.
and a shield.
Well, we could rearm them. I think
Yeah, we can rearm him.
at this point they haven't done anything
Nope.
to
Hey, you wanna set your mind at ease that we're not going to stab you in the back? Why don't you go ahead and pay us?
how much did we Karen? How much did we you said Heath said you're gonna double it, so how much was the price?
Well, she was
Double
paying us
question
by,
mark.
she was paying us by the month, and she was paying us 30 gold.
Inside check.
Yes,
He's,
let's go
he,
to
he is
insight check.
lying.
Yes, I know he's lying.
All right, she was paying us 15.
Like each or
Oh yeah.
All right, I think we've got a bag that we haven't touched of what, 1,500 or 2,500? I don't remember how much.
Pay him in pennies.
or
Here's some
So,
copper.
Yeah,
that thing had 15 gold and 2 platinum, which is what?
35.
35 gold?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
we
I'm
need
wondering
10,
where
10
the
more gold to
coffer
pay.
their pay came from.
Say again.
So I'm wondering where the coffer their pay came from is.
Yeah, we've definitely. I think we've missed something back here.
Yeah.
Probably. All right.
All right. Well, how about this? I'll give you half now. And when we leave, I'll give you the other half.
So 15 gold each now.
Yep.
15 more when we get out of here.
Yep.
He looks at the other two, and they're like, "Sure, yeah, done."
Yeah. Yeah. Me too. Me too.
Right.
It's like, you know what?
That's
And a door opens and 5 more guards come out. Can we get on this too?
We're viable.
oh crap, they're unionized.
Yes. At those rates.
Monster comes out the door. Lunch break.
Just,
Take 5, y'all.
I'm required to take 1 hour lunch every 2 hours of work.
yep.
I
Hey,
am
George.
sitting down.
Smoke them if you got them. That's funny.
Alright. But,
Yep.
but that's for a month. We might have things for you to do after we leave this place.
Done. Hey, you keep paying me, I'll keep working. And they're
All
other
right.
two are like nodding, sure, yeah. And Skuro actually he sheaths his longsword, puts the shield on his back, and pulls the bow, gets the
We get
gets
a-
the quiver ready. So I'm much better with
a
this thing.
A full equipping montage thing.
Yeah,
Dun, dun, dun,
Rambo
dun, dun,
style. Yes.
All right.
Play,
Yep.
You've just hired John Rambo.
So it's Holst's Mars, right? From the Batman trailer. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
So, who is carrying this torch? So where's the light source?
Sakura?
Ooh.
Not with a bow.
Didn't you just say he just said he's a longbow guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just stick
I
it out of your
can.
backpack. In your belt or
I
something.
can, right? Because I don't need 2 hands, although it means I can't offhand throw a dagger.
I'll carry it and just drop it whenever I need to hit something.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
it's,
not-
it's
I'm
pretty
not as
difficult to
worried-
hide when you're holding the only torch.
It's
Yeah,
difficult
yeah.
to hide when you're as big as I am.
I'm just really concerned about where is the center of the light,
Yeah.
right? Because this is a
Mhm.
60-foot, 30 and 30.
Yeah.
So I just want to make sure what's lit and what's not.
Yeah.
All right.
So he hasn't been through this door, so Tarathiel will check out the door before unlocking it, just to make sure that it's not horrifically trapped.
Okay. Give me a perception. It is locked.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's fine. 14.
Looks clear.
Is it
Of course it
magic?
looks clear.
No magic.
And then I will unlock the door with the key.
It and it pops. Once you unlock the door, it pops on the hinge. You have to push it open, but just that popping of the lock and the door slightly sifting open, air hisses out like it's been old and not been open in a while, and you are almost bowled over with the smell of decay and rot and filth.
Somebody tell Takala to clean his room.
All right. So their score went from 22 to 5.
So evidence of some monsterism. We've been going for 2 hours and 5 minutes.
Oh, that's right. 2 hours.
Oh, Golly, bum, time flies. All right, then we'll pick up right here with the funky, smelly room behind the door.
Ooh,
Funky, stinky room.
I don't like it.
Cool.
And we have henchmen.
And you have hired people. You've hired help now.
One of them's cool.
Yeah.
Skuro's pretty cool. The other two are kind of quiet. They're not sure what, they're being paid, so they seem very cooperative. But Skuro's kind of like, he's kind of getting into it. He's like, all right, so what's back here? I'm a little curious myself, that kind of thing. Yeah, so we will pick up, and it's now daylight savings time again.
Mhm.
So
Hooray.
next week, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Daylight Savings Time, we will pick up and see what's behind this door number 32.
Of death.
Door number only.
Don't remember this one. All right. Thanks, guys. Have a good night. Thanks for showing
See
up.
you guys.
Thanks,
Have a good
y'all.
week.
Bye.
God, it's already 2 hours and 10 minutes.
Oh yeah, do we get a Glassdoor rating once we start hiring people?
Good night.